It is September 12th. Merry stinking Christmas.
We won't stop till we're legends. We'll stop till we're legends.
Your love is rated X. That means you're extra.
So today was the day that Apple made all their big announcements surrounding their big ticket items. The iPhone, the Apple Watch, Apple TV. And some people were extremely excited and super pumped about it. And others are highly critical. We're gonna talk about how stores are now town squares as one of the hot button topics amongst these people. They're gonna be building these huge complexes where they're welcoming people in from the communities to come, hang out, enjoy their Apple devices. They're not just gonna be stores where they're gonna house their iPhones and their iPads and other Apple devices. No, these are gonna be places where they're trying to connect their customers with industry professionals, whether it be singers or people who can teach them more about their Apple devices and what they can do with them. And people are freaking out about it. They are scared. And to be honest, I understand their fear. I understand how weird it is that, they're not a nonprofit. They don't work in the community. No, they're making billions of dollars every year, so why should we trust them? I tend to agree. Why should we trust them? But I'm not freaking out like everyone else is freaking out about it, because ultimately, at the end of the day, this is actually the future of physical businesses, like brick and mortar stores. They have to do other things, and you're gonna start seeing other businesses do that. This is gonna be the future, and Apple is obviously one of the first big giants who are going in this direction, because we live in an online world where brick and mortar stores are slowly dying off, and this is something Apple needs to do to remain relevant throughout time. The second thing of concern is the fact that there is no home button on the iPhone X. Yes, you heard it. There is no physical home button on the iPhone X. And the question that people were having was, well, there's no physical home button, there's probably a digital home button. There is no digital home button. There's actually no home button whatsoever on the iPhone X, and people are not pleased by it. You're probably wondering, why is this guy not talking about the iPhone 8? Because no one cares about the iPhone 8. It's essentially the same functionality as the iPhone 7. The real big reveal was the iPhone X. Not only are people talking about it, they are simply crying about the fact there's no home button on it. Don't believe me? Well, just check Twitter. People are literally tweeting lists and lists and lists of things of how mad.
You mad, bro? Why you mad, bro? I ain't mean to make you sad. Yo, my bad, bro.
They are about the fact there is no home button on the screen. And I'm sitting here just trying to think, what's the big deal? All you gotta do is swipe up. Sure, it's not the best of functionality, but I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it on multiple tweet after tweet after tweet. The real issue that people have is the fact that you have to swipe up to unlock your phone after the phone recognizes your face. So the issue that people have is, like, if you're gonna put that much effort into a facial recognition software and it's not just gonna automatically open up your phone, why really put that much effort in at all if you have to swipe up plus get a facial recognition? It makes no sense. And to some point I do agree. It's such a meaningless gesture. And that's the thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and I can understand how people are freaking out about that in particular. Anything else in that regard in terms of how mad that the swipe up makes them? That, I'm not gonna give them that. But in terms of the unlock screen, yeah, swiping up to unlock your phone after it recognizes your face makes absolutely no sense. And thirdly, the last big freak out people are having is the iPhone notch. So what Apple did, in addition to getting rid of the home button, they also added a notch in the top of the screen, which actually inhibits the top of the screen a little bit. And people were also not too happy about that. They started releasing all these landscape images of how it's gonna get in the way of their viewing. And I understand at first glance, it's not too pretty. How often are you watching hour-and-a-half long movies on your phone? And this is only going to be get in the way of the left side. Think I'm lying about it? Well, look at the stats for yourself. 90% of the time, we're using our phones in portrait mode. And all these examples people are throwing out are on landscape. Logic. Logic, logic, logic. And I'll say it again. Logic. Again, just shows the fact that people have nothing better to do than complain about the newest Apple device. It barely bothers the UX. And I know some of you out there will tweet me, send something to me, probably let me know in the comments below how much you disagree with that. And please do. I would love to hear if I am being short-sighted on this. It literally doesn't inhibit the user from completing tasks. And I see the argument from Apple's side. They ended up getting rid of the home button, which pretty much signified that was their signature, and they dropped it. The notch, from what I see, is them trying to make sure they still have a certain look to the way their products are. Again, shows that people are crying over stuff they don't really care about, and they just want the likes. They just want the retweets, because they have no real facts behind their arguments. If you look on the different types of social media of people complaining about this, it's literally 0.1% use case. Look at the facts. Over 90% of people are using their phones in portrait mode. I will keep saying that time and time again. Get the point across that this really doesn't matter. And this is one of the top things people are complaining about? You've gotta be kidding me. So there we have it. The 3 big things people complain about the Apple X. 2 of them are about the Apple X. 1 is just about the fact that Apple is doing these town squares. 2 is the lack of home button. And 3... What is that we got there? Did I let you know that my wife and I bought a house?
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
That's kind of why I've been stressed a little bit as of late, and been struggling to get my vlogs up, is that beautiful thing right there. So those are the 3 hot button topics people are to complain about. I don't personally have a big issue with any of them. There is one thing I have a problem with, and that is that stinking price point. $999 USD. It's a nice looking phone, don't get me wrong, but I'm not spending $1,000 USD on it. I'm from Canada. That price in Canadian is over $1,300 for a phone. For a phone! I'm not paying that much for a phone. I'm gonna hold on to my iPhone 7 and ride it out till it dies, because there's no possible way I can justify spending that much on a phone. A phone. We're talking about a phone. Not computers, not desktops, not even tablets. We're talking about a phone. I hear these cats making fun of you out here. This guy specifically making funny. I heard from the other side of that door. You guys chirping me. Where'd Brooke go? Brooke ran. She was scared. She knew I was coming. Goodness gracious. You know, it's been a pleasure. I hope you have yourself a good weekend, a good rest of your day. And if I've offended anybody in the process of making this video, I sincerely apologize. To absolutely nobody!